Hey there, this is George. Welcome back to my channel where I talk about what it's like to be an expat living overseas. Today I want to talk to you about cost of living in Lisbon, Portugal, which is where I live, and give you some things to think about as you're thinking about moving to Portugal and especially Lisbon. I've found that many of the websites that I've looked for cost of living have not been that accurate once we actually got here and settled ourselves. So I want to give you some information as of March 2021, so you'll have something to work for as the world opens up and as you're thinking about moving overseas to Lisbon. I'll give you some good information and hopefully some accurate information. So this is as of March 2021. We live in Lapa, which is within the city center of Lisbon. It's an older district. It has several embassies. It's definitely more residential than it is tourist. Not many tourists come through our area, which is cool because we get more of the local flavor when it comes to restaurants as well as the people that are in our apartment. So I want to let you know that the information I give you is in US dollars, and then at the end I'll kind of convert the total into euros so you have some understanding. But our rent is $760 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment. I want to be full disclosure with you. We own our property, although we still have a mortgage on it. So our mortgage is $760. The rents in our area, as well as in our apartment on our street, are probably starting at $850 to $900 for a 2-bedroom. They go up to $1,500, $1,600 for that same 2-bedroom. You might be able to find a 1-bedroom for under $1,000, maybe. For the most part, we've seen many of the 1-bedrooms in the $1,200 to $1,400 range. So although this is more residential and out of, let's say, the touristy area, it's still not as cheap or economical as you may think when it comes to rent. So next is electric. We pay on average about $90 a month. Now that's a little high, and where I'm going with that is that I'm using all 12 months when I'm considering this average. And also something else that's unique. Not many of the properties here are set up with air conditioning and heating. Ours is. So if you don't have air conditioning or heating, your electric bill is probably going to be $40 a month year round, maybe $50 at the most. If you have air conditioning or heating, your bill is going to be a little bit more. So ours, since we've been here, have averaged about $90 a month. They've been as low as $40. They've been as high as $120. So that gives you some comparison that hopefully will be useful to you. The next is water. We've consumed about the same amount of water, which is roughly about $20 to $23 every month for our water usage since we've been here. What's interesting is internet, cable, and 2 mobile phones. We purchased a bundle through one of the local companies. And so we have our smartphones that we brought from the US that have Europe plans. They're not international, so we don't get calls back to the US, but we're able to call anywhere in Europe. So it's almost unlimited usage. We have 10 gigs on our internet, as well as a cable package that gives us about 225 channels. That all together is $48 a month. That's the biggest. Holy cow. Back in the US, I was paying over $100 a month for my phone alone, let alone all the other services. So the telecommunications is very inexpensive, so we feel very comfortable with what we're getting for $48 a month. Food, and this is including dining out, it's a little less than $500. We average around $475 a month, give or take. If it's a non-pandemic world and we're outside more and going out more, we would be about $525 to $550 a month. But we've also spent as little as $200 a month based upon being at home, meals at home, things of that nature. And that's including wine and alcohol as well. The alcohol here in Portugal is very inexpensive, so you're able to get some excellent wine on the cheap, which is great. And then the last thing I like to throw in is HOA. They don't really call that HOA or homeowners association here. It's more of property maintenance or apartment maintenance fees. It's the same thing. It's the upkeep of our hallway in our apartment, which is $11 a month. So when you're looking at that, it's a little over $1,400 US a month to live here. And give or take, again, mostly based upon electric consumption in winter months, as well as some summer months, it might be a little bit more, which translates to roughly 1,200 euros a month. So it's certainly something that you can do if you're retired. I think you could, with your retirement, be able to cover that and live in some pretty nice areas in Lisbon. So, and just keep in mind, Porto is the next biggest city. It's probably the next most expensive place besides Lisbon. Lisbon is the most expensive. And then to the south, you have the Algarve, which is also can be expensive depending on the area. Now, if you happen to get outside of Lisbon in more of the suburbs or in the more rural area, all of these things are going to be more inexpensive. You're going to be able to find two-bedroom apartments for $400 or $500 a month as opposed to what we're paying. So just wanted to give you a quick video and an idea of what the cost of living is March of 2021 here in Lisbon, Portugal. So I hope you liked the video. Please subscribe to get more information on Portugal, what it's like to live overseas, as well as travels once we're able to do it. So thank you and have a great day.